Welcome back to the next part of chemical kinetics. I told you I would give you an example of the differential rate law, and that is what I'm going to do right now. So this is still chapter 14, chemical kinetics, and this is part 3 by M. Bedrosian. All right, we're going to make this very simple. We're going to do an example using the differential rate law. We're going to make it very simple, just A plus B yields C. And take a look at this table. It shows the concentrations of A and B and the initial rate. And there are 3 experiments to compare between them. So you need to take a look at them as we go through this problem. So what we're going to find is we're going to find the rate law, the rate constant, that's that K, and the initial rate when the concentration of A and B have changed to something that's not on the table there. You may pause and start, or you may watch me go through the steps. Step 1, examine the data. Take a look at that table closely and see how the rate changed when the concentrations changed. The rate doubled when the concentration of A doubled, so the rate is directly proportional to A. What order is that? That is first order with respect to A. Take a look at B. Do a comparison there as well. For the first one, we compared experiments 1 and 2. What will we do with B? Taking a look at B, the rate also doubled for the concentration of B. So that is also first order. And compare experiments 1 and 3 in that case. So now we can write the rate. That's the rate law for this experiment, for this substance. Step 2. Now we have to determine the rate constant, which is K. You can pause and try it, or continue. We're simply going to plug in the data from the first experiment. We could do the second one or the third one. It should come out the same. So we have the initial rate, going to put that in, equals K, and the amounts or the molarity for A and B. Plug that in. Solving for K, we get 0.300 to the mole -1, second -1. Now we have to find the rate of the reaction when we have different numbers, different amounts that is on the table. We know the rate, now we know K. So we're going to plug in these numbers with using our K that we solved just previously, and we can find the rate now. And we just did. And pay attention to the units molarities per second. One thing to note, that the overall order is the addition of the orders. If you recall, the overall order are those superscripts added together. We're going to do some practice problems. Going to do the following practice problems, and I want you to list the overall order and the unit for K, which can be a little tricky. So there are 5 problems. This is the first one. And I want you to really look at them and switch K. When you're thinking about molarity, try thinking of it in terms of moles per liter. The book does that, and often the AP exam does that as well. Here are the 5 examples coming your way. I want you to pause after the 5th one and see if you can come up with the order and the unit for K. You'll have to write it out on paper. This is the last one. You might want to pause. All right, here come the answers. This is third order, and take a look at the unit for K. And fifth order, unit for K. And take a look at everything as they are listed, all the answers, and compare your own answers. Again, working it out with just units makes a big difference. All right, this is the end of part 3. We're going to look at the next rate law. I said there were 2. We've just done 1.